Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the Healing Corner. And I know last week when you were here, we talked about your safe space and colors. Okay. So now we know what colors are favorites or what colors we want to use when we're releasing our trauma. Okay. So I want you to create an image that represents the most overwhelming part of your trauma. So create an image. Either you're painting the image or you're drawing the image. Okay? So like I said, you could make it the artist, the painter, and do it, or you can put pen to paper or crayon to paper or art pencil to paper. So create an image that represents the most overwhelming part of your trauma. Are you using bright colors or are you using dark colors? What colors are you going to use to paint this overwhelming part of your trauma? How would you visually express the emotions you felt during that traumatic experience? Are you seeing the picture in your mind? Is it triggering you? Or are you past that phase right now that you can just see it, release it, paint it, or draw it? If your trauma had a color, what would it be? Can you illustrate that? Like in your painting, can you illustrate it in your art? Is it going to be one color? Is it going to be a whole bunch of colors? Are they going to be like they have their own frame, or are they going to be jumbled together? Are you going to mix all the colors together? Okay. When we talked about your safe space last week, do you feel protected in that safe space? Does that safe space protect you from the trauma? Is it a place that you can go to physically or in your mind when the trauma overwhelms you? So let's talk about it. And when I say let's talk about it, you put in your pencil to paper and you put in your paint to canvas. Okay? So while you're there, whether you're outside doing this or you're in an office, you're in your bedroom, the dining room, the kitchen, any area, because like I said, you determine your safe space. So while you're doing this, are you doing the colors, bright colors? Are you doing dark colors? Are you putting all the colors together because you're at the step one of your trauma where it's still triggering you? Um, are you healing from that trauma? Can you think of that trauma and it doesn't spoil your day? Can you think of that trauma as a lesson learned? Where are you in the process while you're drawing in your safe space or you're painting in your safe space? So, no matter what colors you choose, it's how you feel when you're releasing your trauma. So, you can use light colors and dark colors. You are your own healer. Remember that you're your own healer. So, go ahead. I'll wait a few moments while you meditate on your safe space and you think about it's like, okay, what colors will I be using today? Okay, as I close my eyes, to me, I mix my red and my yellows. It's like fire burning my trauma. I mix my green and my blues. I have plenty of painting on my walls. They're in the other room. I mix my greens and my blues because stuff is growing. The water is washing away any kind of hurt and pain I feel. So, like I said, the colors, you choose your colors. You choose your colors. So, I'm like, you might feel the same way I do in mixing the colors. Or maybe it's for you, it's orange and yellow, or orange and green, or purple and yellow. You know, so think of your colors. Use how does the light colors make you feel? How does the dark colors make you feel? Mixing the colors, how does it make you feel? Okay, you're your own healer here on this trauma release journey. You're your own healer. Okay, so do you think of symbols or objects when you think about your trauma? What symbols or objects do you think about? How can you incorporate them in your art? Yeah. How can you incorporate these symbols or objects in your art? How are you feeling right now while you're thinking about these symbols and objects to incorporate in your art? How are you feeling? What color did you just pick up? What color are you painting on canvas right now as you think about these objects and symbols? Is it a light color? Is it a dark color? Are you are you feeling like you're floating? Are you feeling a little better as you release that trauma to the canvas? It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. And remember, it's your healing. The art doesn't have to make sense to anybody but you. Okay? It doesn't have to make sense to anybody but you. It's your healing, you're releasing. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. Because as you release, um, it's like, say you have a cold, you have to sweat it out, right? Which means your ear is going to be cleared up, no popping or whatever. Your nose is going to be cleared up, your chest is going to be cleared up. You're going to be able to speak without coughing. So this is the same way. You're releasing through art. You're releasing through art. So that burden that was on your shoulder, that heavy feeling on your heart, that bubbly feeling in your tummy, you're going to feel lighter and lighter. As you bring that paint to canvas, you're going to feel lighter and lighter. You're taking it one day at a time. You're taking it one day at a time. Some days might come to you that you don't feel like dealing with it. You have to remember it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's your healing. And you take the steps as you're able. You take the steps as you're able. What's your most prominent color that you're feeling right now? What's the color that comes to your mind as you're feeling right now? Take that color, add it some way into your painting. Whatever emotion that color represents, add it into your painting. Okay, as you're looking at your painting, how are these colors interacting? Are you understanding what you're painting? Is it making sense to you as the colors are combined or the colors are separated? What does each color represent to you emotionally? The joy, sadness, the pain, anxiety. It's not all going to be freed in one day, but each day you're going to get better and better. Each day you're going to get better and better. And you congratulate yourself for every moment. Every moment. You congratulate yourself for every moment. So think of your colors right now. The colors in your mind, what colors connect to each part of your body that you're feeling the stress? Okay, so the colors in your mind, okay, so you're thinking. You're saying, my mind, my body. What color am I feeling in my shoulder? What color am I feeling in my throat? What color am I feeling in my head? What color am I feeling in my hands? What color in my feet, my legs, my tummy, my back? So connect those colors. What color to what body part during stress? Okay, so when you've found a color to connect to the body part, it's going to better help you to able to understand. It's like, okay, so I've got a headache right now. And then the color you're going to remember is like, okay, is this a headache because I wasn't taking care of myself? Is this a headache from outside stress? Is this a headache because somebody did something to me? Then you're better able to understand and better able to move past and release that trauma from the headache. So whether it was an internal because of something you did or external, the color you see, because you're going to see the colors in nature. You're going to see the colors in nature. And then when you see the colors, it's like, okay, I was feeling this way because outside stuff, inside stuff, stuff you can control, stuff you cannot control. And when you think on those colors, it's going to better help you able to deal with those stress. There's going to be days that it's going to be very easy to manage. And some days you're like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. The yellow, I know the sun's not exactly yellow. It's a prism. So you're going to think yellow, sunshine, rain. Ooh, rain, sunshine, rain. Things grow with those two things, which means I'm growing. I'm understanding my trauma. I am understanding how to release that trauma. Sunshine, rain, growth. You're another day better. You're another day lighter. You're another day closer to releasing. Okay? You're another day closer to releasing. So that's what I want you to do. And if you can, when you're finished with your art, if there was someone involved with your trauma, right? You can use the art when you're speaking about your trauma to them. Okay? So that depiction that you have, whether it's on canvas or you drew something with crayons or pencils. When you go to talk to them about your trauma, it's going to be so much lighter to you. And how to say, you won't be shutting down when the trauma comes to your mind when you're talking to them, because you have that art release right there. You say, okay, this is how I felt when this happened. And you're able to go through everything without shutting down because you have that art presentation. You've already released that part out. So you'll be able to talk to whoever was connected to you with that trauma. You have that art there, you start to release. So it's no shutting down and keeping that stuff because you have to release to heal. You have to release to heal. So I want you to continue drawing, continue painting, continue thinking about the colors that affect each body part when you're under stress. Okay? And use those colors to lighten your load. Use those colors to release the stress. So, how to say, Mike, I'm going to go back to the sunshine stuff. The sunshine stuff. Because you could mix a little yellow in there, a little orange in there, a little red, and you see the sun setting across the ocean. You see the sun setting across the ocean. And it brings, how to say, you'll see like little rainbows because when the sun is gliding across the waters, that person present rainbows. And rainbows make you happy. Rainbows make you happy. It's like air cleaning, the rain cleaning. The rainbow say, we've made it. We've made it through another journey. We've made it through this to step one. We made it to step one. We release some art, release our art on the picture. Then we're able to explain to the person that may have been involved in your trauma, this is how it made me feel. This is what I want you to understand. Okay? So, I'm going to leave you with this. Get another blank canvas or a blank piece of paper and create a representation of your emotional highs and lows. Remember, you're still using the colors, so you think about your highs and your lows emotionally and create a representation. It doesn't have to have a specific frame. It doesn't have to look like anything when you finish doing your highs and lows emotionally. It's all about releasing and healing. Until next time, this is Petra Mike from the Healing Corner. Take care of yourself.